Hello! So this week's video will be co-hosted by me and Bagpuss here. Say hello, Bagpuss. Hello. Because this week we're talking about periods, and with impeccable timing, I got mine today. That's right, it's that time of the month for this pesky dame. I've fallen to the communists, I've got the painters in, had a visit from Aunt Flo, and other interesting euphemisms, which is all to say that I might not be feeling my best because I'm currently bleeding from my vagina. So why are we talking about periods? Well, for one, because it seems like nobody wants to. That's why we have so many bizarre euphemisms to talk about something that happens to almost half the population on a monthly basis. Euphemisms which are so frequently used to gaslight women if they're expressing their anger, frustration, irritation, or just generally having an opinion. Here's a little challenge for you dames. The next time someone tries to shame you into silence or dismiss your opinion by asking you if it's that time of the month, ask them why they care if you're currently shedding your uterine lining. Or alternatively, thank them for their concern, but tell them that you're not currently bleeding out of your vagina, or that you are, but thanks to sanitary protection you've got the situation well under control. Then inquire after the state of their genitals. I mean, it's only polite after all since they asked about yours. Despite the gaslighting though, it is fair to say that for lots of women, having your period is not the most fun time of the month. For some, it's 3 days or more of mild inconvenience. For others, it's 8 days or more of Mother Nature giving you a really good kicking. I, unfortunately, fall somewhere near the latter end of that spectrum, although there are a lot of women who have it worse off than I do. And thankfully, living in the West means that I have a lot of options available to me to keep it under control, which for me means a liberal application of self-pity, tea, prescription painkillers, and heat, which is where this little guy comes in. He's got a wheat bag inside him. I also got a clanger too, which is actually, he's just a wheat bag himself, so he just sits in the microwave as he is. And for when I'm out of the house and a stuffed toy Bagpuss or clanger isn't appropriate, I have these miracle patches of awesome yay, which magically make everything all better. So I would definitely recommend getting some of them. Still, despite all of this, there are still times when it's just not enough, and I have missed the odd day of school here or the odd day of work there, thanks to a really awful period. All in all though, my periods are generally manageable. For many women though, not privileged to live in the West, their periods can be quite a bit more than a mild inconvenience. For women and girls in some of the world's poorest countries, sanitary protection is either an unaffordable luxury or simply not available at all. As an alternative, they're forced to resort to dangerous solutions in providing their own protection out of unsafe materials, or skipping school entirely and staying home for the length of their period. The consequences of this can be devastating for the health and future prospects of these women. Hero International are addressing this problem by providing free kits containing reusable sanitary protection, as well as other essential hygiene products and information about diseases like HIV. Not only do these kits help the women who need them, but by keeping production local, Huru is also often able to offer jobs to those women as well, which further benefits the whole community. A donation of $25 to Huru, which is about £15, can provide one of these kits and completely change a girl's life. Just imagine what your life could be like if you never had access to sanitary protection, or if you had to choose between buying food for your family or buying sanitary protection. And please, if you can, consider donating. To find out more about Huru and see a video about what they do, you can click Bagpuss's face now, or I'll put some links in the description as well. On a final and somewhat unrelated note, I had to share with you some incredibly shocking news that I found out this week. Did you know, dear YouTube, that the hymen doesn't exist? At least not in the way that we've been led to believe it does. That whole thing about there being a membrane that covers the entire vaginal opening and it breaks when you first have sex, or sometimes if you go horse riding or fall when you're younger. Lies! All lies! Seriously, check the link in the description and have your mind just utterly blown. Oh, and one last thing while you're clicking things. If you haven't seen it already, we had our first guest log this weekend from Audrey, so if you missed that, please do go and watch it. You can click the Clanger's face here to go and see that video.